Alrighty. So, we are doing the Howling Mine. Luck and Tuck. They are barbarians in the tribe of the Bloodied Fist. One of the most feared orcish barbarian tribes in all of Solane. They're also not the brightest. So, they tend to get stuck on babysitting duty a lot. Usually as punishment. Kreg, you're unaware of this. These are your friends!
Oh, I am. Kreg is aware. Kreg is very aware. He has not stopped talking since they left.
Oh, Luck and Tuck are aware. Luck and Tuck are very aware.
Yep.
So, you guys had just gone on a raid. You don't know the name of the village you just raided. It doesn't matter to Luck and Tuck. And Kreg was too busy trying to ask everyone's name as they were screaming and fleeing. And no one was really answering.
Kreg is basically going just as they go, he's talking, and just going through the paperwork and everything of all the names he got down.
I have, oh my god, orcs! I have, oh, they're killing us! These are some strange names.
Yes, they are.
Hi, my name is Bob. How are you?
So, you guys are currently relaxing. The night is over. The smell of blood and fire fills the air. You're picking off the food and the fat of your bounty. Luck and Tuck are kind of just eating whatever they have found, and Kreg is sitting there in the middle.
Am I eating?
I mean, you can be. You don't have to be. You can be.
I would like to be if I see food. I'm sure he's hungry after a long day of making friends.
Yeah. Go ahead. There's meat. There's other meat. There's questionable meat.
Pretty much, I look at it this way, how Kreg kind of eats is basically very, how one of my friends eats his wings, where it's literally just full wing in, whole bone out.
Well, I'm thinking more like a giant piece of mutton, so that terrifies both Luck and Tuck, I'm sure, as you take an entire cow haunch, shove it completely in your face, and pull out a clean bone, like Scooby-Doo.
That makes it even better. That thought of just the giant, like seeing his cheeks puffed out and then. Okay, eating.
So, as you guys are sitting there, a big burly orc comes over. You know him as Grot. This is This is the chieftain's right-hand man. Chief wants to see you. Come.
Enough.
Not
okay.
you. Them two.
Oh. Okay.
We have to keep this one with us at all times. We were told that.
Bye, Gruff.
Fine. Take little one with you. See if I care. As Tuck reaches down, grabs you by the back of the neck, picks you up, and Luck and Tuck follow Grot.
Do I know the leader? Have I, at least seen or heard the name?
You've met him. He's the reason you and Luck and Tuck are such good friends. He told Luck and Tuck that they are never to lose you.
Gotcha. So, as I'm being carried, I thank them for the piggyback or the neckback ride. And I'm going to continually talk out of my ass going, wow, this is a really nice day. Do you like nice days? I don't know about nice days. I have all these people. I gotta tell people about my friends I made. That was a really good raid.
All ignoring you. And they
that
go into a fairly nice building. I say fairly nice because this is a very poor town, and most of it's on fire. So when I say fairly nice, this is the least on fire building.
Wow, it's really hot right now. Is there any way we can put out the fire? I'm sweating here. I'm not even wearing a shirt, I'm sweating. I really... Basically like that for at least until someone stops me.
until Tuck starts to squeeze tightly around your neck and cut off your airway.
Neck hugs. Alright, so...
So you enter the building, and sitting on a makeshift throne, basically broken wood and stone and other things have been piled together to create a somewhat throne-like object, sits Chief Bolgabak.
Bolabak.
So Chief Bolgabak is sitting there. He looks over. Luck. Tuck. You need to go into the mines.
Kreg!
Kreg. Yeah, take Kreg with you. But...
Luck have to.
Luck have to.
Field trip?
Yes, Kreg. Field trip.
Battle?
Maybe. Some villagers went down into the mines. They thought they could hide from us there among the dark, not knowing that orcs thrive in the dark. Arr! And the orcs out there start pounding their shields and spears.
Kreg starts doing the same thing.
From his being hung up there by Tuck's arms, he's just flailing, trying to stomp, but there's nothing there to stomp.
Basically.
You're going to go down into the mines. Find them. Bring us back our slaves, so they can be sold at auction.
Friends!
Yeah, friends, yes. So we can sell our friends at auction.
They will fetch a high price.
They will, to people who don't have friends, right, Kreg?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I might buy some.
Oh, you don't need to buy any, Kreg. You have Luck and Tuck.
Basically, at this point, I start hugging Luck's leg.
Tuck just gives the chief a flat look, but doesn't say anything. Go now. Go to mines. Find our friends. So you guys finish with your meeting with the chief, and you are directed by Grot to the entrance to the mine. Okay. Go get slaves. And he turns and walks away.
I look at him. Thank you, Gruff the Impaler, and just walk away.
He just shakes his head. Grot. And just keeps walking.
I try to shake him off my leg again and fail.
So you guys are standing at the opening of this mine. The doors have been ripped off their hinges.
And before you runs over like, oh my god, these doors are huge. Who did this? Who ripped them off? Wow, that was big. Oh my god, I can't believe, wow, so many doors.
Tuck walks over and his head, like, has to duck his head to get through the doorway.
Oh, you're tall.
Right, so I'm guessing you all enter?
Yeah. I'm walking next to them at this point. I let go of the hug.
Alright. So the first room that you enter, this is packed. This room is just packed. It's very large. It is probably about 45 by 15 feet, this room. And it is filled with broken carts, rusted rails, an assortment of ropes, pickaxes, and shovels, and there are a few sacks and crates. On top of one of the crates, it's overturned, is an empty birdcage.
I go over to the birdcage.
Alright. It's a birdcage.
I pick up the birdcage.
Alright, a couple feathers fall out, but other than that, they're little feathers, probably about.
Anything else in the room that I noticed more or less? I'll roll, obviously.
Alright, roll investigation.
Okay, what is that? Oh, that's not horrible. 15.
15. They're in the sacks. You paw through. You see there's salt in the sacks. There's some shiny dust that kind of sticks to your clothes a little bit when you start pawing through. It's mostly just tools. You find a hammer. You don't know why they had a hammer down there, but you find a hammer. It's a little rusty, and there is a doorway in the south wall that seems to just go deep down. There's rails there, but they don't seem to have been used in a while.
Alright. So, birdcage, rusted tools, and what was the other stuff again? Sorry.
There's some rope, sacks of salt, carts with empty bottles, crates with empty bottles.
I'll take 2 bottles, the birdcage, and the rusted hammer.
Alrighty, so you may add those to your inventory list.
I am.
Luck, you taking anything?
No, I don't take anything.
Alrighty. So, there is just that one archway. It's not even a doorway so much as an archway that leads deeper into the mine.
Brian?
Yes.
Is there... Question. I walk over to the door. I look down. As I'm stepping, does it seem to be an echo?
Slight, yes. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kreg! Woohoo! I want to know if the other two do anything after I do that, because that is obviously loud enough for both of them to hear.
Tuck basically just goes, putting his hand in
I
his
turn
head.
around and go, "There's an echo!"
I take my fist, I put it on his head, and just bop.
Ow!
Tuck walks over, puts his fist on your head, and bop.
What was that for?
I made an echo.
Oh yeah, you did.
So as you guys start going down this tunnel, you do see that the rails there go from being, unused to a little shinier, but still no carts or anything. You guys are walking down that passageway, and you enter into a cavernous room that has veins of iron just running through the walls. It's enormous. Probably 100 by 100 feet, and it goes up to the ceiling until your dark vision no longer can see it. It's very dark in here. There is no light source whatsoever, so you're relying wholly on dark vision. There are... yes.
Minor illusion can't create, enough light for...
I don't think it makes light, no.
Do you have dark vision?
I believe gnomes do. Yeah, gnomes have dark vision.
Good.
Yep. 60 feet as if you're in bright light.
It's normal dark
dim light.
vision.
Yeah,
As far as I know.
normal dark vision. Yep. So,
Same as me.
no, you are orc. You orc, me orc. Him dumb.
I'm Kreg.
Yeah, that's what dumb mean in orc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just calling you by name.
That's gonna come in later. It was dumb is
Is orcish for
Okay.
your name. So it's 100 by 100 feet. The ceiling goes past your dark vision. You see the lines of iron glinting in the walls, just the veins of iron through the walls. There are functioning carts. These are actually on rails and can be moved around easily, filled with blocks of iron ore, just chunks of iron ore, sitting in these carts. Against the western wall is a wooden table. It's not very well made. It looks like it's kind of makeshift. It's covered with sheafs of paper, a jar filled with dead bugs, and another empty birdcage. There is an archway on the southeastern wall and the north wall.
alright. I'll go over to the table with paper.
All right. You see paper.
No scribbles on it or anything?
You can tell there's scribbles on it, but dark vision
No,
you
that's
cannot
fine.
read.
I was just curious. I'll take them in.
I mean, you can roll them up and
No,
take them if
don't
you
you.
want. All right.
Anything shiny. Let's start there.
There's the iron is pretty shiny. Some of it's been polished down, but there's a lot of it still, sooty and dark with dirt. So you just see glints of iron now and then. And again, just that other bird cage, which seems to be made out of better, not steel, but it's not iron. I mean, a dwarf could tell you that's crummy metal, but it's shiny enough.
I already have a bird cage that's shiny, so that's fine for now. Alright, let's let's check the bin of rocks, I guess. For fun.
All right. Roll an investigation.
Alright. I crit.
You got a natural
Well,
20
technically
on
it's a
this.
19, but yes, I crit.
So you're digging through, it's just iron, and you notice, in the clump of dirt, still attached to one chunk of ore, is something red and shiny. So you start digging it, scratching at it, picking at it, and you
Brian, can I
pull
set the
out.
scene for how I'm pulling it out? Because I kind of see myself as Scrooge
Sure.
McDuck jumping into the money and just accept rocks and just, and the other two just see him digging rocks flying in the bin.
Luck and Tuck shielding themselves as chunks of dirt and iron ore come flying out of the
Yeah,
crate.
basically. So what do I find?
So you start scratching at this one piece, and you pull this shiny red rock off, and you start rubbing at it and whatnot, and it just glitters. It's a little rough. It needs to be polished and cleaned, but you find a ruby worth about 50 gold pieces, probably more once it's been refined.
Okay, that's fun. Alright, so I'm like, ooh, alright. I basically just
I see.
Perception.
I see this thing.
Make a perception versus
I'm
your
not really
sleight of hand.
hiding it, per se, but it's like...
He is also covered in dirt and rock.
7.
I'm going to go with, at this point, you have your face just...
Yeah.
And you're not really paying attention.
Alright, in the loincloth it goes.
And now you're really not going to see it. Tuck turns to you, Luck, and goes, "When Chief say it okay to eat him?"
You'll go first.
I know he punishment. But he can't be punishment much longer.
What we do again?
Alright, basically I walk over, I walk over to him like, I got a gift. Hold up the birdcage.
To who? He's gonna roll to find out.
There's one bird. Actually, hold on. No. At that point, I'm just like, I run over and grab the second one. I'm just like, I got gifts. So a set pair for both of them.
Luck and Tuck are handed bird cages.
Look, I look at Tuck. Cage. Throw it away.
Tuck
Welcome
takes
back.
the bottom off of his and just puts it on Craig's head.
Oh, it's
Oh.
a hat.
I get Cage.
I already have one.
I
on.
take out the bottom. I lift him up and I put the bottom part under him.
It's only big enough to go around his head. You just shoved it on his ass is all you did.
Craig, at this point, Craig is like, "Oh, that's uncomfortable," and basically pulls out the ruby, being like, "This doesn't fit in there when it's like this." And I start kicking off the bottom of the thing with the ruby in my hand. What do you do, big boys?
He's gonna go, "He found shiny. If we can eat him later, we take shiny.
Me like shiny.
Is
Get
this
slaves first."
Is this common or orcish?
I would say orcish.
He gets like every third word, and thinks it's a full sentence.
Yeah, all you heard was "eat later, get slaves now."
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, basically, Craig's just like salutes and just like, yeah, yes, sir, in Orcish back, but it basically probably translates to, your mother was a hamster.
And your father smelled the elderberries?
No,
I don't
no.
think they...
Your father was an owl bear. We're keeping it consistent with the game, Brian. Get on point.
Brian,
Yes.
I've been in caves before, right?
Yes.
So I would know the concept of the bird, going in of the bird to know if you can still breathe, right?
Roll an intelligence check.
Because I'm assuming I would understand you bring bird with you. Straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
That's still a 14.
That's really good considering you have like a -3.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got a 4 intelligence.
I don't know why you do, but I do know the fact that you bring a bird with you to make sure you can breathe.
How is Craig smarter than you, Matt? Well, Brian, how is Craig smarter than these two?
Well, no, he's smarter than Luck.
I have a 4 intelligence.
I think Tuck has a 5? Tuck has a 5 intelligence. Why do you think they're stuck with Kreg?
Okay, fair.
So in Orcish I say, bird go first.
What bird? No bird in cage.
As I kick
Oh!
him.
Him bird.
All Craig hears is bird, and he's just looking around for one.
And then you get kicked.
You get kicked. Not hard, just enough like get moving.
Oh, well, Craig goes first.
Okay, there's 2 directions you can go. You can take the north passage or you can take the southeast passage.
Well, you're kicking me, Matt, so which direction are you kicking me?
Roll.
Alright, fine. Let's see. 1 through 5 is going to be, north.
6 through 10.
Yeah, is the other way. Okay, got a 3, so north.
Alright, so you guys start heading through the northern path. Northern path twists and turns a little bit. It's It's a mine, so it's pretty wide. There are more veins that you follow. There are pickaxes that are just kind of left there. And eventually you come across a archway that leads into another room that's about 15 by 25 as you enter. This one has a lower ceiling. It's still dark and shadowy. There's stalactites hanging from the ceiling, and it's dark in there, but you do see that this is some form of storeroom. You see there's barrels, there's crates, and there's another doorway to the south.
Alright, let's look in the barrels and all that fun stuff.
Alright, so as you're pawing through the barrels, I would like you to roll me an investigation check, anyone who's pawing through the barrels.
Why can't I roll this well in the other game? 17.
Kreg is on fire with his low intelligence score.
Yeah, seriously.
Investigation, you say?
Investigation. I'll roll for Tuck for fun.
7.
Tuck got a -1. So,
Still laughing at the bird thing?
still laughing at the bird that he's like, he bird. He mine. Luck, you hear him giggling, and so you're not paying close attention. You find some like dried food and stuff. But among the three of you looking, you find dried meats, water skins that have some water in them. Kreg, you find a crate that has 3 bottles in it that are full of some kind of swishing liquid.
Do they look like potion bottles, out of curiosity?
They do.
Okay.
You have found 3 potions of healing. And in your excitement, you pick up the crate and go, "Hey guys, look what I found." And you look, we're about to say that, and you look and there is something stuffed behind the barrel.
What is stuff behind the barrel?
You can't really tell because it's kind of like rumpled and it's big. It looks like it's cloth and whatnot, or at least wrapped in cloth.
Okay, well, Kreg is curious. He's just like, I found something. Huh? Puts it down, jumps right in, and grabs the cloth to unwrap.
Alright, so you jump in, you feel a squish as you do it, you like pull it, and you're sitting on top of a body of a young human male whose throat has been neatly slit.
Oh. Kreg slowly backs up, body.
Smack.
And as you're saying that, I would like for everyone to roll initiative as the giant spider that had been laying in wait drops from the ceiling and attacks.
Alrighty. Well, alrighty.
Okay, that's a 10.
Alright. We got 10.
Plus 12.
Ho ho.
Yeah.
Tuck rolls. Holy crap, Tuck!
I'm assuming Tuck goes first.
Tuck rolled a 19, and that's before his modifier of +3.
Nice.
So Tuck has a 22. Luck had 10. Kreg had 12, and Giant Spider has 19. So Giant Spider goes Tuck, Giant Spider, Kreg, and Luck. But Giant Spider has surprise round. So he's gonna jump down and slam down onto the barrels, breaking a couple. His front legs coming up like... And he's going to simply try to bite Kreg. He rolled an 11 to bite you.
He misses.
Yep. So this thing comes down and snaps, and you like grab the body and hold up the body, and it snaps into the body in front of you.
He's just like, ah!
And tossing you backwards. So, Tuck is going to go. And Tuck is going to rage.
Shocking.
Yeah, what do you know? The dumb barbarian who has nothing is going to just do the thing the dumb barbarians do. He's going to roll to hit. And he's going to hit. And he's got a great sword, so that's 2d6. I believe you have a great axe, correct, Luck?
I do.
Alright.
So does Kreg, and it's adorable to see him swing it.
So he does 5 plus 3. 8. So this thing squeals in pain as this greatsword cleaves into the back of it. And then it's going to wheel on Tuck and go to bite him. That is going to hit Tuck. That is a date. I need a date. Here's my date. So he's going to do 5 to Tuck, but Tuck is currently raging. So he's going to do 2. I believe there is a poison thing to deal with.
Joy.
So Tuck must make a Constitution saving throw. Tuck actually fails the Constitution saving throw. So he's going to take a grand total of 10 points of damage. Yeah, he's not looking great at that. Alright. Kreg, you are up.
Alright, so Kreg gets tossed back. He sees his friend is attacked. And so he will probably rage himself. Because nobody hurts Craig's friend.
But Kreg.
Yeah. Kreg pulls up his axe and all you hear is just him laughing and giggling like the creepiest thing you could possibly think of for a small, think of a small creepy laughing child just with rage and craziness in his eyes, and he's basically going with a great axe that he probably shouldn't be able to lift, and you guys are slowly regretting being like, well, he might need to protect himself, and slowly regretting that thought as he runs and swings at the spider.
We gave that to him as joke. Now he's wielding it well.
Now he picks it up.
I'm scared.
Alright, so going to roll. I'm going to just swing at like 14?
14 to hit a spider? You just make it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I can think of several bad scenarios. That would have been hilarious, but not for me. Alright, so rolling. Oh, that's not horrible. So that's 8 points of slashing, I believe.
Alrighty. The spider takes 8 points of slashing damage, reels, waving its legs again, hissing. That brings us to Luck.
You hurt Tuck. I will rage, and I will swing my axe, my great axe at it.
Alright.
23 to hit.
That will most certainly hit the spider.
Bit overkill.
Overkill is just the right amount of kill.
Oh, yeah.
8 damage.
8 damage. Alright, so the axe comes down and cleaves into the back of the spider, who screams in agony. But it's still flailing. There's Icor just spraying all of you, just hitting the walls. And then it is Tuck's turn to go. And he rolls a 14 on the die, and I'm pretty sure with 2d6 plus 3, he'll do the 2 damage he needs to. So as you cleave off the back end of, it's not a thorax on a spider, but the butt area, that big bulbousy butt area. That's what the axe cleaved off, and it turned to face you. And as it did, Tuck just took his sword and drove it straight into the thing's, like, mandibles, right down his throat, making spider on a stick. And the spider's legs just curl in, and it dies.
As it dies, Kreg is continually like whack, 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 whack.
Kreg just keeps hitting the dead spider with the axe as Luck and Tuck look on, getting sprayed repeatedly by Icor as the blade is brought back.
And then he just gives out a cry, Kreg! And then he basically looks at them and go, what happened?
Luck and Tuck just step back.
Just...
Just get out of the splash zone.
Okay, he's done. He's just like, ew, what happened?
We should take away axe.
You want to try?
Tuck make good point.
All right, well, basically, Kreg picks up the healing potions, or what he thinks is clear liquid, because I don't. He's not really an alchemist.
It's definitely 3 potions. No, it's definitely 3 potions of healing. You've seen them before. You would recognize them. This is basic adventure.
You've never been given them before, though.
No. You've seen them used. They've been given to the chieftain as offerings before, but you know that the warriors will sometimes take them out on raiding parties. Yeah. I
walk up. Hey, Puck. I give him the healing potion.
Tuck will take it, look at you, go, thank you. He'll just pop the cork out with his teeth, swig it down.
That's when he
and
hugs
roll
his leg.
Double ones.
That's when Craig's hugging his leg. Hugs make everything better.
Can I use the axe to try and, like, scrape him off the leg?
Alright, well, you said there's a door.
There is an archway. There are no doors here. You're in a mine, so there's no actual physical doors.
I also want to specify that I do pick up the other 2 that were in that box and, like, save these for another day for a friend.
Yeah, slip these into your pocket. We might need this later.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I didn't put doors in here because locked doors and 3 barbarians. There's only one way to pick that lock. With a great axe.
We would have spent like 5 minutes just chopping the damn thing down.
Always worked for me.
So, you have that one door to the south.
Alright, we'll take that door then.
Alright. You are going to follow it. I have to look at the map. You follow it south for maybe about 100 feet or so, and it turns off. There's one path that continues going south, and one path that turns east.
Let's continue south.
Alright. You continue south, and you get down to an area where you hear the sound of whimpering people and clinking chains. There are orders being barked in a language you don't understand.
Me specifically, or all of us?
Any of you.
Okay. Kreg looks at the other 2. You hear that? I hear friends.
Luck if you would like to respond.
I think he would just kicks him to keep him quiet. Yeah. He puts his hand over his mouth so hard that he pushes him backwards.
Huh?
So he just falls over backwards. I mean, you fall prone backwards, I mean.
Oh.
I only have my hand over your mouth for like a second before you just fall over backwards.
Oh, okay. Well, ow!
Quiet.
Oh, okay.
So you guys, are you continuing forward?
I guess slowly.
Alright. So you slowly begin to, not so much creep. Barbarians, not ones for creeping. You just kind of, quietly not talking, walk down this, turn the corner, and you see this wide open cavern that is filled with, not filled with people, that there's a line of people. They have chains around their wrists and their necks, and they're being marched down almost like a hole in the ground, with like a ramp going down, a wooden ramp going down it. And they are being directed, almost shepherded, by these dark-skinned elves. Their skin is so black that it's like obsidian. They're nearly invisible in the darkness, except for the shock white hair that is styled differently. And they're wearing black armor that seems to have almost silver web-like patterns filigreed into it. They are directing the people and yelling at them in a language that you don't understand, but it has some vague semblance of Elvish to it. You've heard elves. You don't know how to speak their language, but you know what it sounds like. So you can pretty much figure out same family.
I look at them and I'm like, Those elves are weird.
And as you say those words, one turns and looks directly at you. And you can feel its gaze, added by the gazes of both Luck and Tuck as they just glare at you for opening your mouth.
Ugh.
And the elf turns and looks at you and shouts something at you in Elvish, in its form of Elvish.
I just wave.
You hear another elf speak up. Why, look at those two fine specimens. We do need more slaves, and the stronger slaves would be preferable. Kill the small one, take the larger ones as slaves. And you just see the one who is speaking. Unlike the other two, she steps forward. She probably stands a good half foot taller than the other ones. She's not wearing armor, she's wearing silken robes, and she has a staff. And she goes, once you're finished, catch up. And she goes down the ramp as 3 of the male elves draw their blades. And it's time to roll initiative.
I didn't see any other way this was going to happen. Jesus fucking, I have not literally rolled under a 10 this entire time.
Now that you've said it,
Well, no, it's an 18 plus 4, so...
oh,
My point is, this entire campaign so far.
I got a 3.
so I feel Luck goes last. Because Tuck got a 16 and the Drow got a 20. And Kreg, you have what?
22.
Okay, so we have Kreg. I don't know why I just wrote G.
Because he's straight up G?
No. Kreg. Drow. Tuck. And Luck. And damn it, you guys rolled perfectly again to make me have to go back to back to myself. Damn you all. Alright, so these 3 Drow are stepping forward. They are drawing short swords. So, you can go first there, Kreg.
Basically looks up at them. Sorry. And pulls his axe out and just like, my bad. And just starts, I rage and I start running in. And basically as he runs in, since they know where they are anyway, I'm just going to... Alright, that's going to be an action, but that's okay. I'm going to have to run up to them anyway. I'm casting Minor Illusion, doing theme music behind me.
Pray tell, what is the theme music?
The theme music is Craig's favorite instrument right now, which is the bagpipes. So I start running, and I believe raging is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action, so
I'm probably gonna rage.
Rage. Alright. The Drow are gonna go. So each Drow has got 1 target. So the first Drow is gonna go for you, Kreg.
Alright.
That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Alright. That is 4 points of piercing damage, halved because you're raging. Second Drow is gonna go for Luck. He rolled an 8.
That will miss.
So he brings his short sword forward, you just take your axe and whack it aside, just kind of looking at him. This Drow, make a quick insight check for my amusement.
9.
9. You can't really tell the age of the Drow, but you can tell that he's inexperienced. This almost doesn't seem fair.
Almost.
And almost. And the last one drives his sword at Tuck, who I believe his AC is 15, and this thing rolled a 14, so he just missed. Yep. Much like you, Tuck just takes his blade and parries the blade and just smiles at the Drow before returning the attack. But He rolled 6 on the die, plus 5, so 11 at the drow, which is not going to hit. So he swings his greatsword at the drow, who ducks under the blade, and you just see a couple hairs of the drow, that light and feathery hair of elves, get sliced clean in half as they just kind of flutter off in different directions. Luck, you are up.
I will rage. And I'll use Reckless Attack to show this guy how it's done.
Sounds good. I just saw your head drop, and I would like to know what you rolled.
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Yay! It's a
First
good
one
thing
of
you
the game.
reckless attack, because that one would have sent your axe flying.
So that would be a 9 to hit.
That does not hit. As you just bring the blade down, the elf screams like a little girly scream and scampers back as the blade like lands in between where his legs were. As this brutish, terrifying orc is just now like saliva just dripping down, foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
Alright, Kreg, you are up.
Alright, well, I'm gonna swing at the one in front of me.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's a 14 plus.
That will hit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's 12 slashing.
12 slashing. Woof. So your axe just cuts across his belly, and you see him like grab his stomach and almost double over as he's holding it. You see, holding some of his intestines in place so they don't spill out.
When do you get the second?
It's 5th level.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. 5th level, you get your second attack. You don't even have your path yet. You get path at 3rd level.
No, I knew that. Alright, cool.
Alright. So it's the drow's turn, and the drow that's on Tuck is going to attack. 13 plus will hit Tuck, who I didn't say was raging, so he's not raging. And takes 5 points of piercing damage. The one on Luck, he's going to try to steal his resolve and attack you, and rolls a natural 1.
With advantage.
Oh, he has advantage, that's right.
Yep.
He got a natural 1 and a 6. Neither one hits you, as he's like, "Phew!" Thrusting his sword forward, like, eyes closed as he's doing it. The one on Kreg, however, holding his guts in, looks around and just... Darkness surrounds all of you.
Yeah.
And that is the elves' turn. Tuck is surrounded by darkness. He will rage and swing out in anger at disadvantage. With a natural 1, his sword goes flying. So let's see if it hurts anyone else. No. So the blade, Kreg, you hear the skittering of metal next to you, but you don't know what it is. Luck, you are up.
We're in darkness, right?
Complete and utter darkness.
But I remember where the guy used to be, so reckless attack for a straight roll.
Alright.
And that is a 21 to hit.
That will hit him. He didn't move. He didn't know the darkness was coming. Only one person knew the darkness was coming.
So that is 8 damage.
8 damage to that guy. And you hear a yelp of pain. Alright. Kreg, you are up.
I'm gonna swing for the guy in front of me because he could still be there, maybe, because I think I went before him.
Alright. Roll to hit at disadvantage.
I'm reckless attacking as well, just because I want a straight roll.
Alright.
Alright, so... Okay, cool. That's 14 plus 4. No.
You feel your...
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
You feel the blade, were he still there, would have cleaved clean through him. Cleaves clean through him.
Mm-hmm.
But your blade finds nothing but air. And you do make a perception check for me.
Alright. Ooh, that's a 2 plus 3, 5.
No, you don't hear it.
I don't like that.
Alright. That brings us to the drow. I mean, he'll go after... Tuck and his drow haven't really touched each other much, so they're still going for each other. How do I keep rolling natural ones? So the drow goes to swing, and Tuck has like bent over to try to find his blade, so that pommel kind of knocks against his shoulder, and the short sword just goes skittering across the way.
Puny elf.
So now it's just going to be mano a mano between the elf and the orc, and there's no weapons involved whatsoever. And you recklessly attacked the one. He is going to... He's a little bit of a coward. He's actually going to disengage and try to get away from you. So then it's Tuck's turn. And at advantage, so a straight roll, he's gonna grab this elf. There we go. So, oh god, what is his strength? I know it's less than Lux. So it's athletics versus acrobatics, I believe. So that is an 18 versus an 8. So you just hear, "Get over here!" Grabs the elf, and just an elf shrieking as Tuck just lifts him over his head. And that's going to be Tuck's turn. Luck, make a perception check for me.
Is a 4.
4, you don't hear. There's the sound of whimpering, but you can't tell what direction it's going from.
I was gonna try and go forward, and since I think I heard him trying to get away, right?
Yeah, you heard that.
I want to try and grab him.
Alright. So you're going to run forward and just reach out and hope to grab him.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a percentile on whether or not you go the right way. High or low?
Hi.
Don't fuck it up.
Alright.
So do I make a grapple check?
You make a grapple check, you just run forward and you just grab where you think he is.
Yeah. What is that again?
That is athletics.
16.
Alright, you reach out and grab nothing in the darkness. There's just nothing there.
I was hoping I'd grab Kreg.
There's another option I was thinking, but I was just thinking, what are the odds of that happening? Alright.
Can we check?
I ran forward, so that I don't think I would.
Yeah,
he would have
Ryan.
been able to.
What are the odds of me grabbing Kreg?
I gave you 25% to get him. Do you think 25% on the low end you would grab Kreg?
Got it.
Because I rolled a 12 on that, so that would fall on the 25% low end. So you grab Kreg by his loincloth.
Do I know it's Kreg?
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
It's dark. I can't see him.
Well,
12.
12. As you lift it, you go, huh, pretty light for an elf. You go to throw it.
Let's be honest, you'd probably still do it.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, I wouldn't go all out, but I just throw him away.
Alright, so how do you
Like
throw
this-
him exactly?
It's not elf. Throw.
Just throw. How do you throw him exactly? Just like that? You like kind of side toss?
Yeah, just toss him away from me.
Make a strength check.
I don't need him. In a random direction. 19.
19.
Doesn't matter, I rolled a nat 1.
As Kreg just goes screaming through the air, Kreg, you go up above the globe of darkness. You look down, and you actually see one of the elves in the corner, like hiding.
Ah.
And then you plunge back into the darkness.
Basically, as I'm up there, see them, I'm just yelling into you like, incoherent words that are like, just because I'm raging. So it's just like,
And then you slam to the ground, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 1. Because you were just thrown into the air.
No, yeah.
And then it becomes Kreg's turn.
I'm gonna run towards the direction that I think they are.
So you like burst out of the globe of darkness. There's an elf sitting there. He was looking up. You burst out. He looks down.
Basically, and I'm swinging.
Okay, roll the hit.
Alright, so...
This is turning out better than I ever thought it could.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm probably missing it. That's an 11.
Total?
Sadly.
No. So as he screams and puts his hand up, your blade comes down and he rolls to one side and the blade careens off the rocks.
Can I use a bonus action to try to kick him in the shin?
Sure.
You do what you want with this, Brian, because it's a nat 1. My luck's run out.
So you like go to kick him in the shin, but your axe has overbalanced you. So
Yeah.
you just swing and it flies into the darkness. Roll me a d20.
Revenge of the bitch, Matt. That's a 10 on the nose.
So you're sitting there groping around, Luck, trying to find where'd this elf go, as you just hear past your head. And just a little trickle of blood on your ear. You don't know what just happened, but then behind you, you just hear clang!
Luck know that axe. Kreg!
It's now the drow's turn. That drow that's by you is going to try to scamper. He's like making for the hole, but he's not disengaging. He's just going for the hole. He's just running. So you can take an attack of opportunity, like to grab him or like punch him or something.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Couldn't be, then who?
Alright, I'm gonna try to grapple him.
Alright.
Basically, torso area. Basically, jump on his back.
Like monkey style, spider monkey style.
I'm gonna grapple him, but then I'm gonna try to, like, punch him. I don't think I can do both, right?
You can't do both, but you can grab onto him for sure.
Okay.
This is athletics versus acrobatics.
This guy's going in. Fuck off. So athletics is 12.
He rolled an 8.
Oh,
You
thank-
latch onto him like a little monkey.
Yep.
And he's just shrieking and like clawing his way to the
Yeah.
hole. He's
Brian, as this is happening, Kreg is kind of like foaming at the mouth, like, "Ah!"
Can you throw it?
Not yet. So this guy rolls a 2 to get away from Tuck. So he's not getting away from Tuck. The other one is gonna grab his sword and try to sneak up on Luck. He's got advantage, but it's dark, so straight roll. But that is a 21 to hit you.
That'll hit.
That is 8 points of piercing, halved to 4, as you feel a blade stick you in the back. And suddenly, you found a target. Tuck is going to go, and you just hear, "Time for a ride, pointy ear," and slam! You just hear a body hit the ground as he takes the elf and slams him headfirst into the rocks.
That's what I thought. He basically almost... He
suplexes him.
Yeah. Okay, good.
He just
Yeah.
suplexes him. Plus strength score.
And the last thing he hears is the glorious of all the bagpipes in the background.
Oh god, those are still going on, that's right.
Yep.
Alright, look. There's a guy behind you.
There's a guy behind me. I will swing my axe at him
Alright.
recklessly.
Alright, so straight roll for you.
That's the only way to do it.
11 to hit.
That will miss him, actually. So you, like, swing around and you just hear a shriek as the blade whistles by something.
I start biting his neck.
Make a bite attack? Roll to hit as if unarmed?
So I don't know what to do with it. I'll roll,
Just
but I don't know what to
add strength. Just
Okay.
no proficiency, just strength. Technically,
Okay.
you have him grappled, so you have advantage.
Okay, good. Wait, hopefully that next one's better. Oh my god, this is how Kreg fights.
Straps himself on like a little monkey and.
Go for the jugular.
Strength, so that's probably gonna miss. But I think it's 13.
You're like chewing on the chain shirt he's wearing. And the elf is still just like crawling and shrieking and trying to get away. So Kreg, go ahead and roll me in athletics. He's going to roll in acrobatics.
Oh, motherfucker. 1.
Oh, he gets away. He like rolls and punches you in the face, not to do any damage because if you do 1 point of damage halved, but it like punches you in the face and starts like backwards crab walk. That's what that's called. It's like a backwards crab walk to try to get away from you.
Yeah.
Drow being held by Tuck. Nope. Does not get away. And Drow attacking you no longer has surprise on you. Luck, so that is 13 to hit you.
That will miss.
Alright. So he... Oh, that was reckless.
Yeah.
Hey.
So he gets advantage.
Alright. So that would be a straight roll. Let me re-roll that then. That is a 17 plus numbers to hit you.
That will hit.
For 5 halved to 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright.
Not happy.
Tuck goes again, slamming his toy into the ground for more damage. Just BAM! You hear a squelchy sound kind of happening there. Luck, you are up.
Okay. I will reckless attack again.
Alright.
And let's take a swing at him. That is a nat 20.
Okay. So you take your axe and you swing away.
Oh, no, that's an orc. That's a half orc thing, not an orc thing.
Right, that is a half orc thing to get the extra die.
Yeah.
I don't think
Okay.
orcs have that.
Alright. 21 damage.
Alright. So, you swing your axe, and for a second, you think you missed again. Because you get no resistance on the blade. But then you hear something thump to the ground, and then you feel something thump against you. You reach down and you feel a body. As you slide across the shoulder, you find the other shoulder with nothing getting in your way. You have cleaved his head clean off. And just gone. No more head on this guy. Kreg, your guy is getting away.
Oh, that is not happening. Alright, so I'm going to dash. What's going to happen is I'm on the ground.
Alright.
He's going to get up, but he's not going to get up like a normal human. He's going to get up like, I think, doggish, in a way where...
4 legs.
4 legs, and they just start running on all
Bounding at
4,
him.
yeah, basically.
Well, this guy is still shrieking, by the way. You are freaking him the fuck out.
Good. So basically, I'm going at him like specifically like that, and then I'm going to. Wait, how far away is he? Because I can, if I dash.
He's probably only about 20 feet away. He wasn't moving very far. Because he didn't get up.
Okay, well then I don't need to dash. I'm basically just gonna move, but it's gonna be at a fast pace.
Right.
But basically, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna grapple him again.
Alright.
This one's gonna be better.
I hope so, because I just rolled a 19.
Roll.
Total.
Well, I'm not getting there because it's 9+.
So you go to grab him and he's like, "Eh!" and he just rolls away as you like try to grab him.
Okay, Bryan, can I want to do acrobatics just because I'm going to lunge, jump, and kind of like slide in a way where just like sliding and just get ready to go back at him.
Alright, roll an acrobatics for me.
Just for funsies. Okay, this is probably not going to end well for me. Alright, so it's 9.
You slide, you roll a bit, you manage to get back onto all fours, but it wasn't graceful nor was it pretty. So the Drow's turn. He's going to stand and try to run back into the darkness, because you're actually not within like 5 feet of him, you kind of overshot with your slide. So he just runs back into the darkness. The one Drow is going to try to get away from... No, he doesn't get away from Tuck at all. No, he does not. Tuck just keeps rolling higher than him by 2. And
He runs
the last
back into
Drow's
the
dead.
darkness, does he?
What was that?
He runs back into the darkness, does he?
The other one ran into the darkness.
Towards me?
Well, we don't know. We'll find out in a minute. The one that Tuck has, you just hear... And, Luck, you feel a little spray of gore hit your leg. And Tuck just yells, "Got it!" And you just hear, poof. High or low?
Always high.
77, just made it. So Tuck just throws this body, and you just hear, "Ah!" as swoop, smack, the darkness vanishes, and you see the one elf that was running away from Kreg, like underneath the other elf, like trying to claw his way out from what you can see is yours is headless. Tuck's head has been, like the head of the one on Tuck, has been smashed in flat. And this other elf is just trying to get away from that. Luck, you're up. He is prone and pinned.
I pick up my axe. I walk over to him. I spin my axe slightly and just bring it right down on his head.
Alright, so he's like shrieking as this happens, and you cleave it right down the middle, from forehead to jaw. And the head just kind of accordions out. So your elves are all dead.
Is the darkness gone?
The darkness was dispelled when the one that had cast it, which is the one you were fighting, got hit by the body Tuck just threw.
Okay, so as the darkness is dispelled, and I have a very visual image on how Kreg is, he's basically on the ground sniffing like a dog, like trying to find him.
You do see him eventually pinned underneath the body of another drow, his head just caved open.
And that's when Kreg gets up, "Victory! La la la," and he goes over as he goes, la la la, singing as he goes towards his axe.
Alright, so you scoop up your axe.
Basically, Kreg goes, I'm sorry, and starts petting the axe.
Tuck leans over to Luck. He gets creepier every day.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
As I pet my axe.
Tuck just shakes his head and picks up his sword. He just goes to pick up his sword. He's like, "Ooh, so strange." Just shoots it.
Kreg is tired.
Hook my axe onto my back again.
Alright, so you have 3 bodies there, and there is the hole that leads down.
Where's all the where are the captives?
The captives had been marched down the hole while you guys were fighting.
Before we do anything else, what's on the body quickly?
So they have short bows and some arrows. They have short swords. They have chain armor, or chain shirts that have some kind of like leather over it, just to kind of like dull the shine of the metal. They're wearing black cloaks, and they have on each of their fingers a ring. It is silver, and it is etched with a spiderweb pattern.
Shiny ring?
I'll take it.
All right,
Take 'em.
You take the shiny ring.
Alright, so shiny ring.
Add spiderweb ring to your inventory.
Alrighty. Kill. Actually, Kreg just puts it on, like, ooh, admires it.
Made note of that.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I don't like that, but it's what he would do.
You're wearing it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the DM just made a note of that. So what do you want to do next?
So basically, it was down the hole, and what? There was another way or something like that.
There was the passage deeper down, and then there was the way back. That's really all you have.
The question is there a safe way down the hole, or do I just pick up Kreg and drop him down?
The hole has a wooden ramp leading down it, so you can just walk down it.
That's all. That's no fun.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You can kick him down the ramp if you like, but...
Go down hole.
All right.
Send bird down hole.
He salutes in a weird way and starts walking.
Alright, so we'll all begin to descend down.
Oh,
Down.
also, I'm going to just take a potion.
Alright. And you just keep descending down further and further. After a while, you've noticed you've been going down a lot. It's getting colder, it's getting creepier, you feel your skin begin to crawl. And then you just hear this sound.
There's an alarm.
Well, no. You now know why it's called the Howling Mine.
Oh, okay.
And you hear that howl just echoing through the caverns around you. And you have an option. Do you keep going down, or you retreat back up?
Kreg will probably go with the flow with the other guys, so... Kreg is out of rages, so...
All of us are out of rages. None of us have rage left.
So we probably should at least rest somehow and try to get that back. But honestly, like, you said Kreg down the hole. He's just
everyone goes down the hole.
Well, no,
Kreg
my
first.
point is, Kreg went down, and basically as soon as the howling starts, it's like, that's loud. But,
this is like an hour after you've been, like, going down. You've been traveling for a while, and you're very deep, and you've lost track of just how deep down this hole you've gone. And then that howl just ripples through the air.
Basically, is it a long rest or a short rest to get the rage back? I forgot.
I believe it's long.
I thought it was short.
Do you get it back at the end of a short?
I think it's depending. That's a level
Long,
thing.
long rest.
Yep.
We're not taking a long rest, so keep going.
We don't have time, so
I kick you forward again.
All right. So you guys keep moving forward, and you hear that. Now it's coming from behind you.
Kreg starts mimicking it.
Alright, do you turn around and, like, mimic it back, like, in that mocking way?
It's more playful to Kreg.
Alright. So
that sounds like a yes.
So you turn and you like, do your little moan back at it, and as you turn to do it back, you see this face fills up the entire hallway. It's a head the size of a hallway. It looks something between a humanish looking face with the mandibles of a spider and just that many eyes, just 8 eyes going along the side of its head, flowing silver hair as it and just rushes at you all.
So yeah, just like turn around.
Yeah, we don't see it.
You don't see it. What, Kreg? Luck and Tuck turn to look just as the head of this spider woman smashes into all of you and everything goes black around you. You just hear the wailing, howling, and suddenly everything goes black and silent. And Kreg, you hear a voice. Not quite yet. You've still got friends to make. Then everything just vanishes. And you wake up, your eyes flutter open as you feel the sunlight hitting you. And you find yourself on a dirt road. Thick trees going both directions.
Okay.
Dense forest around you, open road in either direction, and you feel a hefty weight around your waist.
I'm assuming I'm chained up?
No. You look down at your waist and you just see a very large belt buckled in place around your waist. With a snarling kind of face for the buckle.
Oh, okay. Basically, it's just like, Basically, he's just looking around, turning around, like, posing almost like, ooh, ooh, cool. Where did you come from?
The belt because the belt buckle is a face, winks at you.
So cool!
You see your belongings on the ground. You see your axe leaned up against a tree.
So basically, I go over, I grab the axe, and basically lift it up.
It's lighter than it's ever been.
I basically start tossing it like a little hand axe. Like, basically almost juggling it in a way, like, this is awesome! And he's just like, cool, alright. Catches it again, puts it on his back, picks up his stuff. Oh, and then he remembers he grabbed papers. He couldn't see them down there, so if he's gonna see if he can read what they say.
You look them over, they're written in common, they're talking about supply lines and shipping, and then there's a bunch of numbers on them, that doesn't make sense.
Boring.
But you do notice that the backs are blank.
I'm sure you wanted me to keep those, Bryan.
And there's a hammer in your pocket.
Yes, there is. So I go up, starts nailing it on.
You start nailing it to a tree.
And Bryan, will you explain what is on there? Because you already know.
Oh, we will. The next time we meet Kreg. And that was the Howling Mine.
This has been the Reliably Chaotic podcast. Champions of Solane is an original Dungeons & Dragons adventure written by Bryan Scharf using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rule set published by Wizards of the Coast. My name is Bryan Scharf, and I've been your DM. You can reach me at ReliableDM on Twitter.
This is Andrew Brown, and I play Kreg.
The part of Luck was played by Matthew Reed. Theme music by Adrian von Ziegler. All other music by Kevin MacLeod on the Incompetech website. Detailed information on music used is provided in this episode's description. The music for this episode was selected by Nicole Summers, and the episode was edited by Matthew Reed. Contact us on Twitter at Reliably Chaotic or email us at reliablychaotic@gmail.com. If you like us and want to support our show, please support us on Patreon at patreon.com/reliablychaotic or by leaving a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. Thank you for listening. We hope to see you again in our next adventure.